Thank you.
My colleagues from the university and friends from the press, let me first of all welcome all the guests very wholeheartedly to the most beautiful campus of South Asian University. Some of you would recall I addressed you last year from an outside building, and I invited you to see the campus, but the way life is in Delhi, nobody probably found time to visit the campus. Only very few could make it. Maybe 15, 20 people I saw during the year for the campus. Then we thought this year, let's sort of persuade you to come physically to the campus of the university to have a feel of it. Because virtual tour has its own meaning, but physical tour of the campus has its own meaning. So I wholeheartedly welcome you on behalf of everyone in the SAU family to this great campus. It's a pollution-free campus, very vast campus, very nicely built at a very heavy cost by the government of India to make sure that we set up a role model university not only for Indian students but for the students from all South countries. Many of the details have been given to you by my colleagues, and that's how I work. I work much less, and my colleagues do so more work that they tell you everything which has to be told. I will only highlight a few salient features which we have tried to incorporate during the year for this year admission. Last year was practically our first year on the campus, and we could increase the number of students from 600 to something like 967. This year we definitely plan to take this number beyond 1500 to make sure that the campus is more vibrant, campus is more utilized. In this university, we are trying to make sure that on one hand, the step which India has taken for national education policy is implemented to the extent possible, and also use our deregulation, as the Honorable Prime Minister says, to make sure that we can do what even others may find it difficult. At the same time, we also ensure that we have the mandate of respecting the requirements of all South Asian countries, SAARC countries, and we should live up to that. So what we have done is we have continued with all what we were doing. Last year we started BTech, this year we are going to enhance it manyfold in many different diverse specializations, which has been already elaborated by my colleagues. The purpose is to fulfill the needs of this country as well as SAARC countries to the extent possible. Then we are embarking on some very unique things. One of the science course which we intend to start, which Dr. Pankaj Jain has highlighted, we have observed during this last 1 or 2 decades, the students of science are compartmentalizing themselves very solidly. If I know physics, I only know physics. If I know only bio, I know only bio. And that is why most of the real problems of science are not being able to be attempted by these students. So we are making an experiment which has been taught all over the world. Many good universities in the world have it, and we are starting a interdisciplinary science program, starting with all the 4 main subjects of science, and then it will be tailor-made as per the requirement of the students. So it's a step towards what we call as design your own degree. The science student will be able to design his or her degree as he goes along. We make the base very broad, and then the pyramid is as per his or her wishes. That's an experiment which we'll be doing today, and I'm very hopeful that the type of good media support we got the last year, which has taken us to this point, because you would all appreciate media support is equally necessary for all of us as the societal support. This will continue for this program. I have talked to most of the most eminent scientists in the country, and they all look forward to this with great enthusiasm. Next thing which we are embarking is integrated courses of BBA, MBA, BSMS, so that the student doesn't have to go through the rigor of uncertainty all the time. He or she is sure of what he's doing. Third thing which we are trying to make sure is that this university was crafted for all the SAARC countries, and interdisciplinary studies was our focus. We have set up a center for climate change, green transition and sustainability. We are intending to start the first full-time course here in this center on MS in climate change and sustainability. The curriculum is being designed by best of the experts, and the faculty which is intended to teach in this course comprises of former ambassadors, former secretaries, head of the United Nations Environmental Program will be a faculty, head of the climate change advisor to the United States will be a faculty. So we are trying to make this program very vibrant for the entire SAARC region. We have reinvigorated our Institution of South Asian Studies, which was one of the primary objectives of this university. The students know about entire region, in addition to India, of course. And to do that, we are floating lot many 1 credit courses, 2 credit courses in the evenings, and the student can choose. Even if any other student cannot design his or her degree completely, but he or she can certainly design about 20 to 25% of the degree by themselves. Because we believe learning many things is very important and in today's world, and we are going in that direction. Friends, Dr. Jain has already emphasized on executive MBA and executive PhD. Because we believe sometimes you have to go to work for whatever reasons. Many of you media professionals must have also done that. And at some stage we feel that PhD would have been desirable. And at that time to come through an entrance test and do this, you don't need scholarships, you don't need money, but you need guidance and make sure that you can grow in profession. I was consultant to Defense and Space, and I observed many of the very senior scientists, they can't publish because of the confidentiality of the work which they are doing. But they still believe in getting a PhD degree if they can. Because a PhD degree today has become a sort of entry for 10 years of second career of professional. And that's very, very important. To take care of that, we have started executive PhD, where we will be more guided by your capability, which you have acquired by years of experience, rather than through the syllabi, and try to build up on that. Similarly, executive MBA. Finally, friends, we believe, as you know, in NEP we have embarked on the GER to 50% in very few years, which is obviously not possible without the online education. Therefore, we are also embarking upon virtual campus of the university, where we go in for online education. Just to make an experiment, in this January we started the virtual campus with one course, MS in Data Science and AI, and with just 40 students. But I'm so happy to report and share with all of you that all these 40 students, or most of these 40 students, are very senior professionals who have joined this course. When I was interacting with all the students of this virtual campus, I found a senior lady from Chicago is joining this course. She's staying next door to Illinois Institute of Technology, University of Illinois, but she chooses SCU to enroll for this course. That gives us a hope and a confidence that in this university we can still attract the best students, and that would be our aim always. Numbers, yes, because we need it for this country, we need it for the SAARC region, but more than the numbers, we get the better students, we get the best of faculty which we have, and we provide best of the infrastructure to make sure that we can serve this great country and also this region where the academic leadership of India is by and large a natural process which this university will help to translate. One of the objectives of this university was also to try and make sure that our countries are culturally closer, socially closer, which is natural, and whatever little humble bit we are able to do, we will continue to do that. 15 days ago, we organized a libraries meet, inviting librarians from all over the world and mostly from SAARC countries. And you will be happy to know that in a young university like this, 50 people from abroad came at their own cost to attend this library summit. And we believe that diplomacy is done at several levels. Well, political world is political world, administrative, financial, diplomacy will continue. But as a university, let's take a lead in academic diplomacy, library diplomacy, conferences, so that we can bring the world closer together by academic enterprises rather than otherwise. In our Institution of South Asian Studies, we have a research advisory board comprising of the most eminent people from all the SAARC countries. And it's going to be very, very active very soon. We'll continue to move ahead in that direction. Friends, I will be happy to share with you, is on 7th of January, we had the governing board meeting here. It was so happy that all the members from all the countries came physically to attend the meeting. And this meeting could be held in very cordial environment, very important decisions taken. And if I see that, I'm sure we are on the right direction. I contacted Software Technology Parks of India, and they have promised me that they will set up the best center in the country in the campus of the South Asian University. And Ministry of External Affairs is also requesting them to do that. And that will give our students of BTech and management a lot of new ideas in entrepreneurship and innovation, which is the necessity for any educational enterprise. I see some of you have been seeing me earlier in IP University also, and we like to take that journey much forward. Virtual campus has already been described what courses we have. I like to just request you for one thing, that whenever you feel, any of you feel you have a new requirement because you talk to all the academic world or many universities, just feel free to let us know. We will certainly examine anything which comes from the society to make sure can we do that. I am working with professional societies, Institution of Engineers, Institution of Electronics and Telecom Engineers, and we are designing a diploma in cutting edge technologies, which we may launch very soon with the help of a professional engineer, Institution of Electronics and Telecom Engineers. Because I believe universities are for students, universities are also for a lot of continuing education to the professionals, a concept which has been much less in this country. We want to revive this, and continuing education has to go on. I remember when I was Vice Chancellor of IP University, I was addressing doctors. I said, when you give medicine to a patient, you say, देख लेना medicine expired तो नहीं है. Have you made sure your knowledge is not expired? Because we don't bother about our knowledge shelf life. So we do a lot of continuing education to make sure that the universities become relevant to the professionals to continue the work. So friends, these are some of the things which we are embarking on starting this year and continue, and also make sure that this beautiful campus is inhabited by more students. Our utilization becomes higher for India as well as other countries. With these few remarks, I once again welcome you all, grateful to you all for coming up in large numbers. Let me be honest with you, we never expected that we will have so many. I assure you, next year we'll have you in a bigger room where you won't have to stand and you will be able to cover us there. I apologize for any inconvenience in the process, and hope that your support will remain with us forever. Thank you very much. So nice, sir.
Thank you, Honorable President.